Israel adds the olive, pomegranate, and many other trees and plants to that list. Here on Samuel's Mountain, it's like touring a farm from 2,500 years ago.
My grandfather and my grandmother was possessing land like me. My grandfather's name is Israel, and like me, and I have picture of him and grandmama making roads and taking land in Galilee. My father was like that, and now I do that, and I hope my son will do that. This is a wild rose.
Wild rose.
It's a wild. Why? Because on this, you grafted a regular rose, you know? This is a wild type, and I think they're beautiful by themselves, even if they're wild. People try to make a cultural roses, but this is really the natural rose that grow in this country. So on that, you're really using, this is almond, see? Almond tree.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
By this case, this is a bitter almond. It's used for medicinal purposes. It's very bitter, but it's taking headaches right away. It's a sumac, and it's grown here in Israel. It's the most amazing medication for cancer. You make tea from it. The tea is a little sour, and I think everyone that's been ever attacked by this thing, by this cancer or whatever, should have one of those bushes in his house. It's really wonderful. Many natural plants here. Mint, different things. This is mint, for example. This is one of the most amazing teas. It's help breathing system and lungs. All mint. Mint. And this is specially for melancholia, for depression, for manic depression, cold, cough, and the Bedouin and the people that live in this land boiling it.
Wow.
And it's amazing tea. So you see, everything here is to stay alive, to simply stay alive. God has blessed the land of Israel as a healing. I'm telling you, this land is a supernatural hospital.
A short walk up the hill from Israel's farm, we reach Samuel's tomb, revered by Orthodox Jews, Muslims, and Christian pilgrims.
This is the book of 1st and 2nd Samuel here in Hebrew, used for prayers. Now this attractive soldier and handsome young man are guarding Samuel's tomb. Thanks. Shabbat Shalom. During the Second Crusade, even Richard the Lionhearted visited Samuel's tomb, and therefore we are climbing up the minaret of the place where Samuel's tomb exists to this day. Behind me is the heartland of Israel. Right here at Samuel's tomb is the dividing point between the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. And they never got back together again. We read right here in 1 Kings 12, and when Rehoboam came to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin. You see, that was Benjamin to the south in the area of Jerusalem, and it was Jeroboam to the north, the kingdom of Ephraim. Today, we're cities like Shechem are, as opposed to Jerusalem, because Jeroboam didn't want anything to do with the sons of Solomon.
Historically, threats and dangers to Jerusalem loomed from the north. For disaster appears out of the north, and great destruction, so said Jeremiah. The Babylonians, Romans, Crusaders, and others broke through Jerusalem's defenses from the north because this direction offers easier access to the city. The other sides are protected by steep valleys. Jerusalem's defenders, knowing this weakness, fortified the city with extra walls on the north. 3 walls protected northern Jerusalem in the Second Temple period, while the other cardinal points made do with the single exterior ramparts above the deep valleys of the Kidron and Gehenna, also known as Hinnom.
It's awesome standing here in the large water reservoir uncovered by archaeologists below the tomb of the prophet Samuel. Layers of history between the British and the Turks who fought in World War I, between the Second Crusades that sought to take over Jerusalem and fight against Salah ad-Din but did not succeed, between the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. We have a mosque here, a synagogue, and a popular tourist destination. Wow! Bridging the gap between our past, the present and the future on Roots and Reflections.
Samuel's mountain boasts of archaeology, flora, and fauna dating back to biblical times, including domestic animals.
I want to introduce you to my good friend, Tarni Gold, the rooster on Samuel's mountain, and he's going to prophesy for us. Here we go. Dead chicken, take one.
Barry got home today and brought me a rooster. I don't know where this rooster came from, but I got a rooster, and here it is. I'm going to be showing and telling my secret about making soup for Shabbat. And as Barry calls it, it's the Jewish penicillin. First of all, we got the rooster, as I told you. And then we're going to get these vegetables cut up and chopped up. And we cook everything together, and I'll show you all the ingredients that are going into this pot. The more vegetables you have, the better. So whatever other vegetables you have, it's nice and tasty. Now that the soup is boiling, we're ready to put the vegetables in and the spices. This soup will be ready in 45 minutes.
We didn't want to kill the rooster, we just wanted to kosher him. Todah.
Jerusalem, since ancient times, has been a city built of limestone, reflecting its golden hue and sunset. Stonecutters have always been prominent in the city. As it says, "And the king commanded them to quarry large stones, costly stones, and hewn stones to lay the foundations of the temple." A local ordinance dating to the days of the British Mandate requires that all buildings in modern Jerusalem be faced in the same stone as used by Solomon and King Herod. As in biblical times, most of the quarries that supply Jerusalem builders are located north of the city. Abu Mahmoud offers the full range of available construction stone at this supply business near Jerusalem's northern neighborhood of Neve Yaakov.
So here with Abu Mahmoud and the Stone Quarry, this is really a supermarket place of buying stones or rocks to build your latest garden or your new home. I think it's worth a visit and worth a stone or two. Let's rock. Roots and Reflections is a program created to bring you the Bible, culture, and education from Israel. It is our desire to build you up in your faith, to bring you hope both now and in the future, and to share God's love with all of you. Call the number on your screen and partner with us as we seek to share the good news from Jerusalem to the ends of the earth.